Where does my confidence come from? It comes from having two parents who loved me deeply and fully believed in me. She, my dad, they're the part of America that I believe in, you know?
Coming up in this incredible Part 2 episode with First Lady Michelle Obama.
I got to see all of America.
Yes.
In an intimate way. And rarely was I disappointed. I mean, bad things happen, but people are good.
Yes.
Leadership is about reminding us of that good because it's so easy to tap into our fear.
Yes. In her new book, The Look, Michelle reveals for the first time ever how she and her team transformed the scrutiny of her public image into a celebration of self-expression, inclusion, and impact. The Look will ignite your confidence and inspire you to embrace your own authenticity, beauty, style, and to trust your own voice. Her and my stepdad, Michelle, they wore matching outfits every single day. They're inseparable. They always voted the same.
Yeah.
He is very hardcore Republican. And when it came out that she voted for Barack, you would have thought it was like, and I just remember being so proud of her, not because of how she voted, but because she went with how she felt. How she felt.
That's the God gift.
How do you know God exists? Do you ever doubt God exists? Do you think we all have a calling?
Wouldn't that be just like God to put the answer to all that ails us in the... God would do that. Jamie, you're killing me. You are going so deep. I have never had this in-depth conversation.
I've never heard you share things like this before.
That time was a blessing. You know, it really was. And that brought us closer, you know. You're killing me. Yeah, I do. Yeah. If I'm at a loss for any feeling, she comes through. That's why I know people are good. You know.
Welcome to the Jamie Kern Lima Show. I am so happy you're here. I'm so excited for this conversation we're having together today with First Lady Michelle Obama. The intention of the show is to be a force for good and a force for love. I have guests on that might vote differently, love differently, or pray differently from you and me, because I believe to heal humanity through love, we must first understand the humans who make it up. I am so happy you are here, and no matter how you vote or you love or you pray, you belong here. And whether today you're listening for yourself or because someone shared this episode with you, welcome to the JKL Show podcast family. I'd be so grateful if you could take 2 seconds and hit the subscribe button on the app you're listening or watching on. That way, you'll be the very first to get every inspirational episode. Plus, you can get weekly inspiration right into your inbox from me for free. Just join my newsletter at jamiekernlima.com. And thank you so much for sharing this with every single person who you know who might need some inspiration today, or perhaps a boost in hope and self-belief, because we are all in this life together.
Welcome to the Jamie Kern Lima Show.
Oprah, how have you defied the odds?
Her show is unlike any I've ever done.
A revelation. When you listen, it feels like a hug, but your brain and your spirit and your heart is like, wow.
Melinda French Gates.
When I look into Jamie's eyes, I feel like I am on some other cosmic level with her.
I could see the light around her. She's infused with light.
Imagine overcoming self-doubt, learning to believe in yourself and trust yourself and know you are enough. Welcome to the Jamie Kern Lima Show.
Jamie Kern Lima is her name.
Everybody needs Jamie Kern Lima in their life.
Jamie Kern Lima. Jamie, you're so inspiring.
Jamie Kern Lima.
The best thing about being First Lady is I got to see all of America.
Yes.
In an intimate way.
Yeah.
And rarely was I disappointed. I mean, and I do mean rarely. I mean, bad things happen, but people are good.
Yes.
And just sometimes we just need to be, leadership is about reminding us of that good.
Yes.
Because it's so easy to tap into our fear.
Yes.
You know, it is the easiest thing because that emotion is so raw and real and it's protecting us. I get it, right? But the America that I know, the country that I love,
Yes.
people get confused and they're struggling, trying to hold on. And when folks are struggling, it's hard to find that compassion. It really is.
Yeah.
That's why we've got to take care of each other, you know, to give people the space. And you want to know about intuition? Where you find it is when you have room, you know, and that's what a lot of people, they don't have room.
Yes.
Life is too hard, you know? I mean, people just want to get up and go to a job and get a check. And if you don't have room in your life for quiet and peace, you can't find your intuition. You can't find your empathy, you know? You can't find it. It's there, but you don't have a moment. And I don't know that sometimes we understand how little time we're giving people. You know, how the average American is just up against it all the time. So how do you find that part of yourself when you're operating out of breath all the time? And that's the part of humanity that I try to remember when I have that fear.
Yes.
You know, it's like, we're here for a reason. We're struggling, but we can't turn against each other in that struggle, you know?
I felt it literally in my bones when you just said people are good. And I think so many people need that reminder. People are good.
Yeah.
People are good. And I think when we hear that, we know that's true. And I think that will hopefully ignite hope in a lot of people just hearing those words and talking about good people. I want to ask about your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Oh, what are you trying to do to me here, Jamie? Oh, my goodness. Let me wipe my nose. My mommy, another good person.
Another good person, Marion Robinson. I have friends who talk about how their relationship with their mom, once their mom has passed, it can shift, can become closer. Has your relationship changed at all since you lost your mom?
With my mom?
With your mom.
Ah, that's such a good question. I've definitely become closer to her, for sure, if that's even possible. I understand her increasingly more. I think all mothers and daughters, parents, the older you get, the more you're like,
Yeah.
I get it. This is where you were. This is what you were working on, struggling with, overcoming. This, I understand some of the parts of her that maybe I didn't. But I was so fortunate because, you know, we didn't know when my mom was going to pass, but we knew she had congestive heart failure. She was just getting weaker, right? And, you know, her doctors knew. It's like, you know, she's not going to be able to recover from every little health issue that she would face. So I think we were all getting ourselves ready. And I had, 3 months she was stuck with me because we were in Hawaii and she got sick at Christmas because she overdid it and it made her sick and she had to go into the hospital and she had another so she was kind of stuck with me and we were stuck with each other. And I was caring for her in a way that I hadn't, because after she left the White House, she moved back to Chicago. We were still in DC. She had her own apartment. My mother was very independent. Always. It's like never asked us for anything. So this was the first time I really could care for her. And we had months together, getting on each other's nerves, arguing, laughing, sitting quietly, going to hospital visits with her. That time was a blessing. You know, it really was. And that brought us closer, you know. It's all the good that I got with her. So yeah, I feel her with me every day.
Do you?
Yeah, you're killing me. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you feel her with you right now?
Oh, she's always here,
She's always with
especially
you.
in these moments.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm at a loss for any feeling, she comes through. That's why I know people are good. You know, because she's just a regular lady. You know, she's like every American mom, just trying to care for her kids. And I know if she's out there, other people are out there. So she, my dad, they're the part of America that I believe in, you know?
Do you know if they're proud of you?
Yeah. That was the beauty of the Robinsons. We talked often, expressed clearly, openly, you know, that we knew. And that's part of my foundation. You know, where does my confidence come from? It comes from having two parents who loved me deeply and fully believed in me. You know, who cares about anything else? Newspapers, commentators, political opponents. You know, when you have that foundation, you're able to go out into the world and take it, you know, and grow from it. That's why parenting is so important.
When you think about Sasha and Malia, 50 years from now, if someone says to them, "Who's your mom?" What do you hope they say?
Oh, I hope they say that their mom is one of their favorite people on the planet, who taught them how to be independent and courageous and to understand their own power and to appreciate themselves as individuals, not compare it to each other or anyone else. And I hope they say that they stand strong because of her, their mom, me.
Yeah. I want to say something really quick that I wasn't even sure if I was going to share, but I'm going to share it. I've done, for It Cosmetics, I've done a million of events. Now I've spoken at tons of events. I've met thousands and thousands of people, and I know what an event's like where you have a step and repeat law, where lots of people come up. I just want to share something, Michelle, about why I'm so honored to do this interview. And I'm going to cry. I'm just trying to cry. I don't want to cry my makeup off. But years ago...
You just want me to cry mine off.
I just want to share something. So this is years and years ago. And my mom went through 10 years of scleroderma, and we were in and out of the ER and ICU, and I was taking care of her for a long time. And I was having one of the most difficult days. She was in the ICU across the country, and I was in LA, and you had a book tour for Becoming that you were there with Oprah. And my ticket had like a meet and greet option. And I was on the phone with her that morning, and I was just so excited I was going to go see you. And which, by the way, her and my stepdad, Michelle, they wore matching outfits every single day. They're inseparable. They always voted the same. Yeah. He is very hardcore Republican. And when it came out that she voted for Barack, you would have thought it was like, and I just remember being so proud of her, not because of how she voted, but because she went with how she felt. She felt. So that day, I was having like the worst day. My eyes were puffy for crying. I was in this long line. There's like 100 people waiting to meet you. And I was watching Secret Service had everyone put all their stuff away. They'd go up and they got 1 second with you, right? And so I was watching, women and girls coming out crying, squealing, like so excited, saying, I tried to give her my business card, like all these things, right? and I'm watching all this, and I was just like, I have no idea what I'm going to say. And I pray, because I believe I believe the quickest way to get what we need is to give it. I wasn't even thinking that, though. I just was at that moment, I decided I'm going to pray that somehow, because I've been at these meet and greets, I know how tiring book tours can be, all the things. I am going to pray that something I say is a blessing to Michelle. That was it. That was my prayer. I didn't know what I was going to say. I walked up to you and I opened my mouth to talk and I didn't even get a word out. And you looked at me and you said, "You have such a light coming from you." And I just like stared at you for a minute. And I don't know what I said after that. We got a picture and I left. And I just realized that day, it was something that meant a lot and I really needed, and it was such a gift. And B, I've had the blessing, as I know you have also, of meeting so many people behind the scenes, and to know that you are so congruent and so aligned, and the person who you say you are is who you are, is why I was so excited for this interview, because you're that person. And so I just want to say that really quickly because long before I'm hosting a podcast or doing anything else, I'm just in a line and,
when we think
and
about
feeling seen because of you.
When I hear that story, I mean, that's what I'm thinking every time I'm interacting with people.
We need to pause for a super brief break. And while we do, take a moment to share this episode with every single person that you know who this could inspire. Because this conversation can truly be the words and inspiration they need to hear today to keep going, to remember that they matter, and to feel less alone and more enough, more connected, and more worthy. In life, you don't soar to the level of your hopes and dreams. You stay stuck at the level of your self-worth. When you build your self-worth, you change your entire life. And that's exactly why I wrote my new book, Worthy: How to Believe You Are Enough and Transform Your Life for You. If you have some self-doubt to destroy and a destiny to fulfill, Worthy is for you. In Worthy, you'll learn proven tools and simple steps that bring life-changing results, like how to get unstuck from the things holding you back, build unshakable self-love, unlearn the lies that lead to self-doubt, and embrace the truths that wake up worthiness, overcome limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome, achieve your hopes and dreams by believing you are worthy of them, and so much more. Are you ready to unleash your greatness and step into the person you were born to be? Imagine a life with zero self-doubt and unshakable self-worth. Get your copy of Worthy, plus some amazing thank you bonus gifts for you at worthybook.com or the link in the show notes below. Imagine what you'd do if you fully believed in you. It's time to find out with Worthy. Who you spend time around is so important, as energy is contagious, and so is self-belief. And I'd love to hang out with you even more, especially if you could use an extra dose of inspiration, which is exactly why I've created my free weekly newsletter that's also a love letter to you, delivered straight to your inbox each and every Tuesday morning from me. If you haven't signed up to make sure that you get it each week, just go to jamiekernlima.com to make sure you're on the list, and you'll get your One-on-One with Jamie weekly newsletter and get ready to believe in you. If you're tired of hearing the bad news every single day and need some inspiration, some tips, tools, joy, and love hitting your inbox, I'm your girl. Subscribe at jamiekernlima.com or in the link in the show notes. Do you struggle with negative self-talk? Living with a constant mental narrative that you're not good enough is exhausting. I know, because I spent most of my life in that habit. The words you say to yourself about yourself are so powerful. And when you learn to take control over your self-talk, it's life-changing. And I wanted to give you a free resource that I created for you if this is something that could benefit your life. It's called 5 Ways to Overcome Negative Self-Talk and Build Self-Love. And it's a free how-to guide to overcome that negative self-talk, to build confidence and develop unshakable self-love so that you can dream big and keep going in the pursuit of your goals. Don't let self-sabotaging thoughts hinder your progress any longer. It's time to rewrite the script of your life, one filled with self-love, resilience, and unwavering belief. If you're ready to take charge of your narrative, build unwavering confidence, and empower yourself to persevere on the path to your dreams, you can grab your free guide to stop overthinking and learn to trust yourself at jamiekernlima.com/resources, or click the link in the show notes below. And now, more of this incredible conversation together.
It's like, that's why the clothes are important,
Yeah.
but they're not. They're just the thing that gets me there.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm always thinking, what is this interaction going to mean?
Yeah.
And it is about the interaction right there.
Yeah.
Because that's the small power. It's like, those connections are better than any big speech that you can give because it's real and it's right there.
Yeah.
But if you're not present for it, if your dress is too tight, or if the bow is too big, or if the hem, if you're not comfortable,
Or you're late because you spent 2 hours trying to get something to fit, or
Exactly,
any of it.
you
Yes.
know?
Yes. Yes.
that's one of the things. It's like that's what, for me, clothes allow me to show up, but to still have the freedom to be me in that moment, so that I can forget about what I look like. Like when I'm in a photo line, it's like I don't want to have to
You're
worry
fully
about
present.
It's like,
Yeah.
but that's the God gift.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not all this. This is nice. It starts the conversation. We can always go, girl, I love those shoes, right? And that's the beginning of the connection.
Yes.
But that's just the beginning of it. And I
Yes.
think that that's one of the many things I want people to take away from the look.
Yeah.
That in the end, it is us to us. It's one to one.
Yeah.
And that power is real. I've seen it. I've felt it. I've experienced it both ways, because the light goes both ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. It does.
And I get as much as I give.
Yes.
And that's what I think. It's like, what do I want to give? Let me think of what I want. You know? It's like, I would want somebody to be present for me if I stood in a long line.
Yes.
Like a ride at
Yes.
a carnival, you know?
And I know what that's like at a much smaller level. I know what that's like.
Yeah.
And to watch you be so fully present and to give so much and to have the capacity to. I was blown away. You mentioned God-given gift, the God-given gift of being present, which we all can have. One of my favorite things that you've said, our faith journey isn't just about showing up on Sunday for a good sermon or good music or a meal. It's about what we do Monday through Saturday as well, especially in those quiet moments when the spotlight's not on us, when we're making the daily choices how to live our lives. You say Jesus didn't limit his ministry to the four walls of the church. He was out there fighting injustice, speaking truth to power every day, spreading the message of grace and redemption to the least, the last, and the lost. And our charge is to find him everywhere, every day, by how we live our lives. The life of Jesus is a model for democratic organizing.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Can you share the role faith plays in your life, like right now? Maybe how that's evolved.
It's always there for me. I still don't go to church regularly, partially because Barack and I have felt like our presence in church is disruptive, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like church is a personal space, you know? It's like, we're like the elephant in the room, right? And Barack and I, we don't need that experience.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a courtesy to say, we'll just, you know, but it keeps us, our faith keeps us going every single day. It just is.
Yeah.
It is a,
How do you know God exists?
it's what I believe in my heart. You know, I don't, you know, that's what faith is.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain faith, because when it is in the message, that's my personal belief. I do understand that there are other types of faiths. There are other, and I respect those, appreciate them. I do believe that it helps us as a people to have some kind of faith, to believe in something higher than ourselves, because I just don't think we function well if we don't understand that we're not working for us. You know, this isn't about us. We weren't put on this earth to just dress nicely and accumulate stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we're not here winning for ourselves. You know, we're here for our human existence. And that means we have to be operating knowing that someone somewhere out there is bigger than us. You know, that's just what I believe. And it centers how I show up in the world.
Do you ever doubt God exists?
No, there's sometimes I'm disappointed, but I don't think that what I'm really disappointing in is God. It's just the human. It's the averageness of us as humans, because we are not God, and so we disappoint one another.
Yeah.
But there is that feeling of why can't you make this just a little easier for us?
Yes.
Why can't it be a little more obvious for those of us who need more concrete faith? But hard times are when your faith is tested the most.
Yeah.
So yeah, my certainty is like the certainty about me knowing myself. You know, it just is.
It just is.
Yeah.
Do you think we all have a calling or multiple callings, or that our life is divinely orchestrated?
Yes, I think that. But I think that opportunity to develop that calling is not equal. You know, I believe that every child is born with a light. I say this all the time. We come here. I felt it in myself when I was young.
Yeah.
And maybe some of that intuitiveness I was just born with. But I knew that I was smart. I knew what I was capable of. I was fortunate to have people in my life that fueled that light. And it wasn't with money, it was with love. And then that made me stronger, made me show up in the world in a certain way, and it attracted more love and attention to me. But there are also too many kids where they never get that fuel. It's there. It's the same light. That's what I want us to all see when we think about kids. It's like, it's not just our kids.
Yeah.
I think our kids my girls are special. But the kids who have less, who aren't seen, who aren't loved, who aren't nurtured, who don't have resources, who live in poverty, that specialness is there too.
Yes.
And I always think, like, wouldn't that be just like God to put the answer to all that ails us in the mind of a poor Black girl in sub-Saharan Africa? And our job would be, as a people, to be so empathetic that we would give everybody the resources that little girl who holds the secret could flourish and come to be. God would do that, right? Because that would test our faith and our ability to see ourselves in everyone, and not just to think. He put the answer where you would least expect it to be. And it would require the most out of us all to tap into that specialness. That gift that she has.
Yes.
You know?
Thinking about the millions of people right now that are like, I don't know my purpose. That is the purpose, I think, for all of us. That I'm thinking right now, one of my best friends of 15 years, Leah, who's in the room actually, she was raised homeless in the projects in Philly, then homeless, in and out. Her mom said to her, your predicament doesn't determine your destiny. She had someone speak that into her, and her mom passed. And not that long ago, she launched her jewelry line on QVC, and we just had this moment where I'm like, you went from homeless to live broadcast to 100 million homes, you know, and she had someone speak that life into her. And it's like, we all can do that for
We all
someone.
can do it.
You did that for me that day. We all can do that. It's free.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
if our purpose is to find that for everyone, for all kids,
Yes.
you know, if we were structuring our world, our lives, our choices, that's what I want for us as a people, to understand that purpose, right? And to really be invested and really thinking through how we find that in all of our children.
yeah.
Right? How do we do that? How do we restructure and order our steps
Yes.
so that we're doing that good work
Yes.
for all kids, not just kids who look like us, who talk like us, you know, and that love knows no borders, no boundaries. It's not a us and them. It's not
Yes.
America first, because those kids are everywhere, all over the world, you know. I know that's the faith that guides me.
Yes.
And when the fear that I feel is that we're losing, when I feel like we're losing sight of that.
Yes.
And our choices are grounded in something else other than finding ways to tap into the purpose of more of us. Yeah, I think that's faith, or at least that's the faith that keeps me focused.
Yeah. I think that the call right now for so many people, especially who maybe, let's say, they believe in the teachings of Jesus, is to ask if they're living that way.
Yeah.
Right. And when you say the words, the least, the last, and the lost, that is how he lived. Are we living that way? And I think all of us,
And all of us struggle.
yeah.
You know, all of us. There's a level of self-centeredness and focus, and that's our nature. You know, I want to make sure my girls are good, you know. We all, you know, but I also think that purpose of starting with your own is also okay, you know, because you got to start somewhere. And one of my other purposes is being a good parent to the children that I brought into the world. Because I feel like, well, it has to begin there. Like, I made the choice to bring these two beings, and it was the best choice of my life, of our lives as parents. Barack and I, those two girls are the best thing we will ever do. Right? So our first job is to get that right.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons I said when I became First Lady, when they asked, well, what are you going to do first? And I said, well, my first job is being mom in chief.
Yeah.
And there were some women who took issue with that. Like, well, aren't you going to, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm going to work. You know, I know how to work. I know what a job is. But let me tell you, how can I be the First Lady mother to others if my girls aren't good? You know, and I think that's an okay goal, to start with your own, you know, to fight for them, to try to build a good life for them, to give the ones you brought here opportunity. But like, once you've done that, and you can, with resources and knowledge, you can lock them into place pretty early. And then there's still a lot of room to help other kids. There's still room that was something my mom, when I talk about my mom, my brother and I were always good students. We were always top of the class at the public school. But she came to school as a PTA mom to help other kids. You know, she came to school and she would tell the kids, it's like, my kids are fine, but this little boy doesn't know how to read. And as a parent, I would see her. She'd be at my school, not because of me, but because of some other kid. That's what she taught us. It's like, you're good, but you're not. I love you. You're special to me, but you're not special. There are a lot of, my mom used to say, there are millions of Craig and Michelles out there. It's just who believes it to be true and who's willing to pour into them. And that's what I believe. I believe that all these kids have that light, have that purpose, have that power. But do we believe that? Do we in our hearts believe that all kids deserve something more and better, just like our kids do? And I think sometimes we struggle there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oprah always says we don't become what we want, we become what we believe.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Who doesn't agree with Oprah?
Right? I know. I was literally, I usually go with my own gut on everything, but for this interview, I triple checked with her. I'm like, okay, I've got the yellow blazer, the bright blue blazer, I have the blazer that matches the book cover, and oh yeah. This conversation with Michelle Obama is so incredible. We made it into one final part. So get ready to dive deeper into how to hear your intuition and then trust it. Express your authentic self and celebrate who you are. You are not going to want to miss this incredible part 3 of our conversation with First Lady Michelle Obama. That's coming up in the next episode of the Jamie Kern Lima Show. Remember, this episode's not just for you and me. Please share this with every single person that you know because it can impact and change their life too. And if you love today's episode, please click the follow or subscribe button for this show on the app you're listening to it on or watching it on. And if it added value to your life, if you could give it a rating or review, I would be so grateful. 5 stars if you can. And again, just share it with every person you believe in. Share it with another person in your life who could benefit from it. Maybe you know someone needs to step into their authentic self or love who they truly are. Please post the episode and share it with others online or in your community who just might need the words and tools and lessons in this episode today. You never know whose life you're meant to change today by sharing this episode. And thank you so much for joining me today. Before you go, I want to share some words with you that couldn't be more true. You, right now, exactly as you are enough and fully worthy. You're worthy of your greatest hopes, your wildest dreams, and all the unconditional love in the world. And it's an honor to welcome you to each and every episode of the Jamie Kern Lima Show. Here, I hope you'll come as you are. Heal where you need, blossom what you choose, journey toward your calling, and stay as long as you'd like because you belong here. You are worthy. You are love. You are loved. And I love you. And I cannot wait to join you on the next episode of the Jamie Kern Lima Show. In life, you don't soar to the level of your hopes and dreams. You stay stuck at the level of your self-worth. When you build your self-worth, you change your entire life. And that's exactly why I wrote my new book, Worthy: How to Believe You Are Enough and Transform Your Life for You. If you have some self-doubt to destroy and a destiny to fulfill, Worthy is for you. In Worthy, you'll learn proven tools and simple steps that bring life-changing results, like how to get unstuck from the things holding you back, build unshakable self-love, unlearn the lies that lead to self-doubt, and embrace the truths that wake up worthiness, overcome limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome, achieve your hopes and dreams by believing you are worthy of them, and so much more. Are you ready to unleash your greatness and step into the person you were born to be? Imagine a life with zero self-doubt and unshakable self-worth. Get your copy of Worthy, plus some amazing thank you bonus gifts for you at worthybook.com or the link in the show notes below. Imagine what you'd do if you fully believed in you. It's time to find out with Worthy. Who you spend time around is so important, as energy is contagious, and so is self-belief. And I'd love to hang out with you even more, especially if you could use an extra dose of inspiration, which is exactly why I've created my free weekly newsletter that's also a love letter to you, delivered straight to your inbox from me. If you haven't signed up to make sure that you get it each week, just go to jamiekernlima.com to make sure you're on the list, and you'll get your One-on-One with Jamie weekly newsletter and get ready to believe in you. If you're tired of hearing the bad news every single day and need some inspiration, some tips, tools, joy, and love hitting your inbox, I'm your girl. Subscribe at jamiekernlima.com or in the link in the show notes. And please note, I'm not a licensed therapist, and this podcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. If you love this incredible episode with First Lady Michelle Obama, I promise you, you're also going to love this life-changing episode of the Jamie Kern Lima Show right here. It's up next just for you.